Senator Coyle.
My question is for Senator Gold. The Toronto Star recently reported that $7.8 billion earmarked for climate programs between 2016 and 2022 were either unspent or spent at a slower pace than planned. For example, the Investing in Canada Infrastructure program was supposed to direct $5.5 billion to public transit and green infrastructure by 2021-2022, but had only spent 43% of it by that time. Cabinet ministers have responded that the flow of money to projects depends on the pace that those projects are completed by Canadians. On Monday, Prime Minister Trudeau told the Atlantic Economic Forum that Canada's action on climate will attract investors from abroad. But Senator Gold, investors are looking for the actual installation of more renewable energy and the actual construction of new green infrastructure in Canadian communities. I believe that at this moment, funding for that program that I mentioned earlier has now been allocated. But most importantly, Senator Gold, what does the federal government do to ensure that these types of climate programs are well understood by the people, businesses, and communities who are eligible for them? And what lessons are we learning from this to ensure that Canadians make full use of the billions in investment tax credits for clean technology manufacturing and clean electricity announced in Budget 2023?
Senator Gold.
Thank you for your question, and you raise an important point. We know the government is actively involved in communicating the opportunities for investors to invest in Canada in these initiatives. Minister Champagne is well known for the energy with which he approaches this task and the success that he's reached, but it's true of across the government. Some of the important point that you raised about communication, both to businesses abroad but to Canadians as well, is well taken. There's consultations with stakeholders and the public and governments, affected governments, on the design of each of these programs. And as projects are being contemplated, those conversations continue. And awareness campaigns will be and may be undertaken for new specific instances. Having said that, I agree with you that clear communication to Canadians, sustained communication to Canadians and abroad is important to the success of this, as it is for any initiative.